Hey, welcome. Okay, welcome to math. This week we're going to be doing some multiplication fact practice to get ready for next year, making sure all our facts are solid. So we're going to start off today with the twos facts. Our first question here is the product of 8 times 2 the same as the product of 2 times 8? And you have to prove it. So how do I prove that 8 times 2 is the same as 2 times 8? Because remember, multiplication order doesn't matter, right? So 8 times 2 is the same as 2 times 8, but how do I prove it? Well, 8 times 2, so I'm going to go ahead and type here if it lets me. So 8 times 2 is the same. Really, 8 times 2, what does that mean? It means 8 plus, oops, sorry. I don't need to shift there. That's the same as 8 plus 8. And 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. Sorry, my computer is very slow. Okay, now 2 times 8, well, so if I have 2 times 8, that is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus, we need 8 2, so that's 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need one more. Plus 2. We get 8 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is equal. If I counted by twos, I would get 16. So 8. So again, 8 times 2 is the same as 2 times 8. Now the rest of this on this page, basically you're just going to, it's showing that 2 times 9 is the same as 9. Oh, and I had that backwards up there, really. So I'm going to fix that here in a moment. But I'm going to do 9 plus 9. And 9 plus 9 is the same. And if you highlight the type, you can get rid of it, is 18. I'm going to probably go ahead and get rid of that for you if I can. 3 times 2 is the same as 3 plus 3. And 3 plus 3 is 6. So you guys get the idea on this. I'm not going to do every single problem on this page, but just, again, you're going to take the number. There's only 2 spaces. So the number that's not 2 is the number that's going to go in the blank. And I noticed they alternated, so sometimes they had that number coming first, sometimes they had it coming second, but it doesn't matter. Whatever number is not the 2, because remember, the times 2 is here. The 2 blanks is the 2. So here I've got 7 plus 7. Here it would be 10 plus 10, 8 plus 8, and you get it, and then you type it in on the side. Down here, we're looking at these arrays, and you need to write 2 multiplication sentences and 1 addition sentence for each array. So how could I write this as a multiplication sentence? Well, one way I could write it is I've got 2 rows of 4, so I could put 4 times 2. And 4 times 2 is the same as 8. That's one way I could do it. I could also write, I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 2 4 times. So I could write it 2 times 4. And that would be equal to 8. And then you could make it into an addition problem. It could be 4 plus 4. And that would be equal to 8. So you get the idea on this. Again, again, you could go by rows, 4 plus 4, or you can go by columns, 1, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? 2 times 4 is 8, 4 times 2 is 8. Same thing here, same thing here. Okay, next up. This one's a little bit more. Let's go ahead and look at our next page. And we have our facts. Again, you're just filling in the blanks, just multiplying by 2. 10 times 2 is 20. 2 times 7, 14. 12 times 2. Fill in the blanks. And then down here, fill in the multiplication wheel. So the 2 is in the middle. So if I have 2 times 100, what would go here? 200, right? 2 times 50, what goes here? 2 times 10 goes here. 2 times 9, 2 times 8. So every single problem on the outside, every number here is going to be multiplied by 2. That's in the middle. Okay, and then it says, now that you know how to multiply by 2s, how could you solve a problem like 2 times 20? Well, I know that 2 times 2 equals 4. Then I add a 0 on the end. Oops. So 2 times 20, I add a 0 on the end. So I would get 40. You can also check that by saying 2 times 20 is the same as 20 plus 20, and so that is equal to 40. Okay? Our last page here, this is an extra page. This is for fun. You don't have to do this page, but I put it in here as a fun activity. You're going to look for some shapes. Use these shapes to shade the numbers. That's what it's saying. So, again, 2 times 10 is 20. I'm looking for another one in here. Oh, I see 2 times 2 is 4. And I could put 2 times 2 is 4. So again, you're looking for multiples of 2. See how many you can find. Okay, but the other first 2 pages are must-dos. This is a may-do if you feel like doing it. Okay, and if you have any questions, come to the Zoom tomorrow at 10. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.